What's going on, guys? Nando back with one more video, and I've got the final review of the Essential phone. So Essential calls this the PH-1. I just call it the Essential phone. That's what most people call it. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, guys, please. It's free, and you get to catch all other videos that I drop. I appreciate you guys watching this video because I know there's tons of other content out, especially about this phone and the other devices that I cover. And I love the fact that you guys are looking for different opinions on products before making a purchase. So again, thank you so much for deciding to watch this video. Now, this is the Essential PH-1 phone. I've made two other videos on this phone. One was an unboxing and one was things to consider. Now, for the final review of every device that I review and play with, I like to do a likes and dislikes for my final review. I don't use a script. I just wing it. The reason why I do that is because I want it to be raw. I want it to be truthful. If I do or say something that's wrong and incorrect, please let me know in the comment section below. I do not take offense to any of that. Why? Because we are helping each other out. So, again, let me know in the comment section below if I've said something that was wrong and incorrect. I definitely want to know that. And let me know in the comment section below whether you like this phone or not, whether you own this phone or not. Why have you purchased this phone and why have you not purchased this phone? I would love to know because right now I think that this phone is often criticized a little too unfairly, in my opinion. And I'm going to start off with this. This phone is $499 right now. I purchased this phone once the price dropped to $499 because I think that at $499 this phone becomes a very, very attractive alternative to the Google Pixels of the world. Now, with that being said, it's not going to do what a Google Pixel phone does, but it does a lot of what a Google Pixel is based off of and does a very, very good job. So right off the bat, guys, I do not like the camera on this phone. I don't hate it, but I definitely will not be considering this phone for my daily drive in regards to photos. And I will not be recommending this phone to people who like to take photos and videos. This phone takes decent photos. This phone could take pretty good photos in optimal lighting situations, but if those situations are not optimal, then this phone does not take good photos. A lot of graininess, not a lot of dynamic range. The photos just look meh, blah, meh at best. So, guys, seriously, look elsewhere if you're considering a phone for its cameras or camera. In this case, this one has two, so cameras. Other phones only have one, or video capabilities. Now, off that, I want to say that this phone needs to be considered by those who love build quality. Easily one of the most gorgeous phones I've ever held, one of the most gorgeous phones I've ever looked at. This screen right here is absolutely delicious to look at. I mean, guys, every time I unlock this phone and I see that this screen goes right up to that little notch and then I swipe up like this, that's so sick. It's so nice. So nice. And the fact that it doesn't have that ultra wide notch like the iPhone X just gets me every time because it honestly feels so immersive. And that's probably why I love this phone so much, because I can kind of deal with the shortcomings in the camera department, because every time I look at this phone, it just gives me that sensation, that feel that those who've used Nexus devices in the past probably understand what I'm saying. When I owned a Nexus device, I felt that I was part of this cool little geek squad. These people that know what they want and know how to appreciate the little things and know how to not take those little things for granted. And I think that this phone, this Essential phone, does that. And it starts with the screen. It starts with that very small minimal bezel at the bottom. And it starts with this build quality, the ceramic back, the titanium sides. This is a tank in your hand, but it feels so good in your hand. And that is by far my favorite thing about this phone. Definitely a big like, a double like, a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up on the build quality and screen. Now, battery life on this phone is very good as well. You can certainly expect 4.5 to 5.5 hours of screen on time. So that's not an issue. USB-C to charge, so this phone's going to charge fairly quickly. Not the fastest charging phone in the world, but certainly not the slowest in the fast charging capable phones. Also, this phone comes unlocked. You can buy this phone from Sprint, but you can buy it at Amazon. You can buy it at Best Buy. And once again, I can't reiterate enough. For $499, this phone becomes a pretty solid buy. While I've used this phone, I've been switching this phone on and off with an iPhone 8 Plus and with a Google Pixel 2. If I have time, I'll certainly do a side-by-side comparison, some quick run-off likes and dislikes between the Essential phone and the Google Pixel 2. But if I don't, just know that between those two devices, this phone often ended up in my hand a little longer, just because I absolutely love the way it feels. I don't know if it's the fact that this is a new company. I don't know if it's the fact that not everybody owns this phone. I don't know if it's the fact that a lot of people kind of dislike this phone. But every time I hold this phone up, I get excited. Every time I use this phone, I get excited, and I can deal with the fact that this camera is really not that good. Now, one thing I don't like about this phone, as well as the fact that they do not have a headphone jack, I'm going to, I'm going to put that as a dislike, simply because when you call this phone Essential, all right, when the company's called Essential, and this phone is the Essential phone, you kind of, open yourself up to things that, people are going to point out. So what is essential, right? Essential to me is different than essential to you. But I would say that a majority of the people are going to want a headphone jack. Personally, I use Bluetooth headphones. I could do without it. But since we're talking about essential things, I think that a headphone jack is something that needs to be included. If we're talking about essential things, I think that this phone needs to be certified water resistant like all these other flagships. Those are essential things. Samsung gives you a headphone jack and the water resistance. Apple takes away the headphone jack but gives you the water resistance. This phone does neither. I think it's like splash proof maybe. So there's that. Second of all, this phone comes with 128 gigabytes of internal storage. So you're not even getting that storage. And I'm sorry about all these notifications, guys. Regal Cinemas is constantly letting me know that I've got to use my points. So there's that. But this phone doesn't even have expandable storage. At least I don't think so. I just remember slapping on my SIM card in here. So I'm going to go with no, it doesn't. But yeah, this phone definitely doesn't have expandable storage, so it is what it is. And those are things that become essential, in my opinion. Especially if you love Android. You're obviously getting this phone because you love Android. If you're considering an iPhone, I don't think you'll ever get this phone here. But waterproofing or water resistance, headphone jack, expandable storage, and a very good camera are all essential things, and this phone lacks those essential things. And then it gives you this amazing build quality, incredible screen, really cool, basically edge-to-edge display. So it's hard, man. It's one of those things that really tugs at you. It puts me in a situation where I have to sit here and decide, do I deal with its shortcomings because I really love the build quality on the screen, or do I pass on the phone because of those things? And in my opinion, if you are a Nexus lover, if you are somebody who loves the stock Android experience, if you are a tinkerer, if you are a rooter, I think this phone is for you, especially at $499, and you can certainly find this phone for much less used online. However, if you are someone that really, really loves a good camera, then automatically pass on this phone. If you are someone who loves expandable storage, pass on this phone. If you are someone that cares about water resistance, pass on this phone. And probably wait for the Essential 2. That's it, guys. That's all I really have on this phone. Overall, I've really enjoyed it. It's a mixed bag of emotions. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know if I'm going to keep this as a burner phone or not. But I have enjoyed getting to know this Essential phone. Again, let me know in the comment section below what you think of the phone. Do you have it? Do you not have it? Will you get it? What's holding you back? What are you looking forward to? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll definitely reply to those comments, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay tuned for more videos down the pipeline. And like always, guys, stay geeky. That's the most important thing. Peace, salute, Nando out.